Let's talk about how internal communications can use content supply to power their efforts in getting their message out to their employees and even their customer base. When internal communications can use content creation services and video creation services, from creating training or onboarding videos to employee spotlight and story videos, there's a way to engage your employees so that way they become and are raving fans of your company and you get a consistent message out to them. So let's talk about how to keep your team and employees engaged, motivated, and inspired. Let's first talk about how employee engagement drives business growth. When you can engage your employees, that means communicate with them, give them a reason to be excited about working for your company on a daily basis and an ongoing basis, then that increases productivity as well as keeps them in your company and growing your teams, growing your brand affinity. And one of the best ways to engage your employees with content is through video. Now, back in 2015, I got employed with Carnival Corporation and more specifically Princess Cruises. I worked directly on their team in-house out of their Los Angeles office to support teams both in the offices, on board the ships, across our locations all around the world. I helped with the Princess Cruises team, Holland America Line team, Seabourn, and other Carnival Corporation cruise brands. And for part of my time working there in-house, I supported the video and content marketing efforts in-house for internal communications. And we had an ongoing effort to deliver daily messages across the intranet, so the internal communication channel, and on board ships on the crew TVs, among other distribution channels that would directly connect with employees and crew members all around the world. So it was a daily concerted effort from our team of copywriters, designers, PR specialists, you name it, all to drive a message to inspire, motivate, and inform employees that were all around the world. So maybe you find that it is similar for your company. You could have a big marketing department, maybe a small one, a big HR team or smaller, but whatever size your team is, it's important to deliver a consistent message and to inform and keep them updated. And especially with video content, it's easier now more than ever. Back then in like 2015, we would professionally produce most of our videos. We would feature mostly executives or other relevant business leaders. So typically the VPs or presidents of certain departments or brands. But messages can come from employees from all levels of management. And you don't have to professionally produce your videos when it comes to internal communications. You can shoot it from your webcam or your phone. They want to know what's going on, how their efforts are benefiting the company both internally and externally, and other relevant updates and successes. That way you can all celebrate together. Now, since leaving a large corporation and starting Content Supply, we've worked with a variety of internal communication and marketing teams. One client that we work with is Match Group. Now, Match Group is the holding company over a family of dating apps like Tinder, Match, BLK, and so on. Now, our team connects directly with the entire team behind the internal communications and marketing of Match Group. One series that we are producing is called the Love Story series. Now, this series highlights real success stories of actual users of their apps. So it's not the stories of employees, but the stories of what the employees' efforts are contributing to, meaning the connections and success stories of actual users and customers of these dating apps.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Danielle.
We're from Virginia.
And we met on BLK.
Typically those who become partners or get married and build families or just live a life together and eventually kind of delete the apps, right? So one purpose of this video series featuring these success stories of customers is to build brand affinity and loyalty internally and both externally as well. So internally, the employees can see that their efforts are contributing to real success stories of their customers, those who are falling in love through the apps. And now these stories are produced from a phone or webcam. Nothing super polished, but then we help vet the stories. We interview these couples, we edit them and polish them up, but it doesn't require a professional video crew on site to produce these internal communication campaigns that work also externally as well. So ask yourself, what can we do to not have to put a big budget to it, but put a focused effort on engaging our employees and our team members to give them more of a reason to stick around, but also to give them motivation as to what their efforts are directly contributing to the ultimate transformation or end result of your product or service. And because we are partial to video content first, a video supply, we recommend focusing on creating a video series that engages your employees, whether it's featuring customer stories or maybe it's a consistent message, be that daily or weekly. Think of it like a TV show that's specific for your employees. Share company updates, share revenue snapshots, whatever it may be, to deliver messages that come in video that can be recorded from a phone or webcam. And then these messages, this TV show, if you will, can be delivered through emails, through your intranet, through your Slack channels, any way to deliver it directly to your employees and team members wherever they are in the world. Video in your internal communication efforts doesn't stop there. It can be part of your onboarding process, both with pre-recorded videos or maybe live training videos that are inserted in a very human-driven yet automated onboarding process for new employees to engage them on your mission, your values, and also what to expect on a day-to-day basis, and establish expectations to the role, to the department, to the branding team overall, or even offboarding, right? You want to celebrate the career advancement, and sometimes that advancement happens outside of your company if employees end up leaving. So whether it's the start of employment to the end of employment, consider that employee journey and not just the customer journey of your employees, because they become your salespeople. Because when it comes to internal communications, your employees and team members are salespeople. They are team members, they are part of your brand family, and they are also a form of a customer, someone that you need to consistently sell on your products and services. Not that your employees are going to go off and buy your actual product and services because they probably already have access to it, right, as an employee, but a situation where they can actively promote it and maybe buy it down the road if they're no longer employed with your company. You want them to become evangelists and big believers in not just the product and service, but the brand vision, mission, and values overall. And that is best done with consistent video content delivered to them wherever they are online. This content supply is a great way to build a strong culture, be that in person or remote. Another distribution channel we've seen that has worked really well for company culture is those who actually have offices, not just remote, where they have digital display screens. And on these screens, the audio is not necessarily playing, but you can have videos of customer stories, of company updates that can be captioned, or simply just give quick bite-sized pieces as a team member is walking past them in the hallway of your offices, with visuals that give them a reminder to go check the company intranet or Slack channel or the Teams chat in order to connect and hear from a specific member of your leadership team or any employee who's sharing an update through video. But you don't necessarily need a talking head. It can also be text or animated type messages that are coming from these digital displays throughout your office space, or other animated GIFs and messages that create a reminder of your values, your mission, or other relevant updates to your employees. There's a sense of culture that there are humans behind your company and not just analytics, data. It's the people who drive company culture. So feature your people throughout this entire experience when you go to create content. Now, internal communications also connects to external communications. You can repurpose plenty of the video content you produce, whether that's your onboarding videos, sales enablement, your help center videos, to customer success stories, company updates. Most of these, if it's not sensitive information, can be shared publicly on your social media channels, in your customer-facing email marketing, and so much more. So consider how your internal and your external communication and marketing teams can collaborate to put out these types of press releases, marketing campaigns, and video and content messages that are going to also connect with your customers as well as your employees at the same time. Now, I kind of referenced it, but sales is a big opportunity here where your sales team can use these videos to share directly in their sales follow-up and other marketing sequences. Now, I mentioned it, but your sales team can use these videos from internal communications to engage with customers and to close deals. They can also produce their own videos. Again, not something super polished, but shot from phone, done from webcam, a live follow-up, a personalized video, or maybe a pre-recorded video that's created from your company that can be sent to further deepen the affinity and the understanding of your mission, your values, and your products and services. So of course, internal communications is not just for internal purposes, but it creates a sense of belonging and connection to your brand and what you stand for across the entire company, both inside as employees and team members, but outside, your customers and potential customers. So build a community that connects everyone. And that is best done with consistent content with a focus on video. Are you looking to engage your employees and team with high quality content with a focus on video? Content Supply offers scalable internal communication, video, and content services to help you keep your teams informed, motivated, and connected. Visit contentsupply.com to learn how we can become your internal communications content department and become a dedicated partner to help you scale up your content creation and your promotion to engage and excite and motivate your employees. When it comes to internal communications and figuring out what the best strategy looks like and how you can use video content in those efforts, here are some common questions or even concerns that we hear from internal communication teams. First, how do I keep my employees engaged with internal communications? First off, remove as many barriers as possible to create consistent video content for your employees and team members. Video is the best way to engage your team when it comes to virtual or remote teams. A specific recommendation is identify a spokesperson from your team who can record a quick episode of company and team updates on a daily basis. It can be super simple, no editing, just a live take. Maybe it's 5 minutes or less, and it can be delivered through your internal communication channels, be that Slack, Teams, and then delivered through email. But it's kind of like your favorite TV show, where the episode you have to anticipate every single week, right, to drop. It's not necessarily on demand like it is nowadays for a lot of TV shows, but this one can be from your employees. One company that does this very well is Wistia. So Wistia is a video marketing software, but they use their own platform and practice what they preach by creating really engaging, fun and creative ways to communicate with their team members and with their customers. So go to Wistia.com and check out what they're doing to engage with video. In fact, Wistia can even become your internal video distribution network. So simply where you upload your videos and deliver them to your employees without having to say post it on a YouTube link, which becomes more public. So think of very personal, fun, and engaging ways to create a show for your employees and team members. Keep it short and sweet. Maybe that's how your employees can start their day, is hearing from the host of this TV show, the host being maybe one of you from your team, one spokesperson who can share a quick update. Another comment we've heard from internal communication clients is, how do I make sure my internal communications content actually aligns with company goals? Whether it's your external marketing content or your internal marketing content, the strategy looks the same. You got to align your message to your vision, mission, and values, helping educate the audience on your products and services and how they can benefit the end user. So the efforts honestly look the same. It just may be that your internal communications doesn't require as big of a budget or production quality, meaning you can just shoot it from your webcam or your phone. So remove as many barriers as possible just to create a consistent dialogue and conversation with your team, whether you're in person in an office or completely remote. So let's recap on how internal communication teams can use video content to engage, inform, and motivate their team. First, create a TV show for your employees and team members. Whether you have an office or you're fully remote, doesn't matter. Identify a spokesperson who can deliver a daily episode of a short message. Now, this message does not have to come from the president of the company or some VP. It can come from just a specific spokesperson who's sharing relevant and daily updates. Now, these episodes can easily be less than 5 minutes, be consumed first thing in the day from your employees. So that way they have something to connect to on that specific day. It gives them a reason to believe deeper in your brand, so your mission and values, and deepen their knowledge and ability to talk about your products or services. Also, consider how your internal and external communication and marketing teams can work together. You should have a shared strategy and repurpose content from internal to external channels and vice versa. And the last tip is to be consistent. Actually show up for your employees and communicate with them internally with a focus on video. So identify the right tools and processes to follow. So the tools can be like Wistia, having a dedicated intranet and way to communicate directly with your employees on a daily basis, and then deliver content directly to them. Give them a reason to believe in your mission and your values and understand your products and services so deeply that they have an affinity for them, that they want to stick around and help build the company together. So if you need help with your internal communication strategy and a clear process to follow to get messages out daily to your employees and team members all around the world, then reach out to us at contentsupply.com. We'd be happy to help. And make sure to share this video with internal or external communication teams. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on a future episode.